Hello, hello, anybody that'll be here in just a minute. I'm your boy Caleko, and I made a mistake on the earlier. I made a mistake when I started the other live stream, so I had to kill that live stream and start this live stream. So now it'll probably take a minute for some of the people to get there, and that was my mistake. How are you doing, Helman Guile? Pretty cool name. Anita Phillips is in the room. How you doing, Anita Phillips? So if you haven't been here before and you haven't purchased before, one of the things you want to do is take a screenshot of the PayPal information and shipping information so that you have that for your files later. The other thing you want to do is you want to keep a list of the items that you win and the prices so that you have that at the end. And all the payments that I receive before 1 o'clock on Monday get shipped out on Monday, and it's priority mail. One price ships all of the fire agate from this weekend or anything else you might happen to have sitting around here, if you are one of those people that has something sitting around here. Got 8 people in the room right now. I am doing all right, Anita. Working on stuff, planning on stuff, trying to figure out ways to get more rocks and get out more and do more stuff. Crit Cow Masters here. I am looking for making sure I got all my stuff lined up. I was running a little bit late today, and then I made a mistake and started the last stream with a window going. Have a Hiram Guile here too. Now what I am doing is looking for a box of goodies to go through. Modern Prospectors here saying hi to everybody. Cool, brothers in the room. Today is fire agate. We are selling windowed fire agate today. Pieces like similar to stuff like this. This is what we're going to be selling. John Kumpe is here. And this is just windowed to show that it has some color in it. Hasn't been windowed that much. Still probably plenty of color running all through this section. This is going to be a really good, nice stone. It's literally the size of my thumb. So yep, we got some fire agate for sale. We got 14 people in the room, and if the Guile brothers or anybody else wasn't here before or haven't been here before, it's best if you take a picture of the shipping information so that you have this for your information later after the auctions. And then also, if you are bidding on stuff and you win some stuff, make sure that you write down each item that you win, the price of it, so that you have those items for later. Minnesota Mike's in the room. Sorry about that. Says he's been here before. Oh, you know what? I forgot white background. I actually did stuff about this morning, and I completely forgot. I have one person that did not want me to do the white background, but it definitely helps with the camera optics, as that piece of paper was showing. Oh, appreciate you for being here that long. Says he was on the first, here since the first video. See how that shows everything. Should get my gloves on, but turn my other camera on also. That one over on the side. So we're going to start off with a banger for everybody here. Earlier, Anthony Smith says the fabric was much better than the paper. Sort of bright when I put it too close and then put something else down on the ground. Hiram Giles says he just found out about me. Well, appreciate people telling you about me. That's for sure. 19 people in the room. Starting off with a monster, 53 carats. Just the right thickness, too. 53 carats, has a nice little window on the edge. Showing really nice bit of color hidden underneath the top. You can see it ghosting through at magnification running down by my finger down there. And then it disappears in some of the darker agate right here and some of the stuff that still has like some aluminum oxide trapped inside of it. Definitely needs a better carve. For sure a good stone. Should have a nice bit of clear on some sections. $53 carats. Started off cheap. Who wants to start off with $10? Can I get 10 bucks? Yibbity, 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 $10. $12 says Grizzly 71. Probably figured I'd already have a $10 bid out there and he wanted to get in front of it. That's somebody that's been here before right there, I tell you what. $12 is the bid right now on this beautiful stone. I was looking for my gloves and I got sidetracked with my cup of water. There we go. I'm getting the gloves on right now. $12 is the bid right now. Grizzly 71 in the lead. 15 says Minnesota Mike. Hellerman Gal says, I need to cut my fingernails. And actually, I plan on going and doing a video about that for other men. So, Grizzly 71 bid $17. 51 carat. This is an Opal Hill piece. This is an Opal Hill fire agate mine piece. These pieces like this tend to have a bit of good color in them. And then also, you don't have a lot to remove to turn it into the gemstone. You pretty much just have to trim it, and it's about the depth of what you want as a gemstone already naturally, which that's pretty cool, man. Saves on a lot of work. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. $17 is the bid right now. This stone is showing some greens and some orange and some yellow bronze. Who knows what's going to be down and around here. You can see it shining through at an angle right there. Could get a little bit wet, see if that helps. Let me do that real quick. $18 says Minnesota Mike. $18 is the bid right now. Minnesota Mike is in the lead. Yeah, you can see it peeking out a little bit right there. Definitely just hiding under the other agate that's on top. Minnesota Mike is in the lead right now with $18. I should have started a 30-second clock at the top of this minute, but I'll go ahead and start it in about 20 seconds. So if I don't catch another bid, we'll put that clock on it. It's 53 carats. $20 says Grizzly 71. Getting that bid in there before I decide to do a clock. That's smart thinking. That way, if anybody else is hemming and hawing, they might have a clock run out on. Because I'm going to start that clock anyways right now. So we got 30 seconds. If you don't get a bid in above $21 and you really don't want this 50-something carat stone showing orange and yellow and green, oh my. 3 colors of prettiness. Next week, we are going to be highlighting sunstones. I'm going to have a bunch of sunstones for you guys. If you're one of the viewers or you know one of the viewers that's into sunstones, you might not want to tell them so that they'll be cheaper for you to buy. Just kidding. I'm going to try and tell anybody. Grizzly 71, you're a winner. 50 something carats, $20. Congratulations. If you feel like your browser's lagging, feel free to reset it. Put this one on the list for you, Grizz. Cool, cool. Thumbs up, says Joe Hilliker. Helleman Gal says, smartphone YouTube. Is that your smartphone or my smartphone YouTube, Helleman Gal? Hella. I am definitely on the smartphone right now. Brandon Twinning says, how come the name change? The name change is to represent the fact that I'm going to be including more content than just specifically stuff geared towards mining and gem hunting. That's what the name change signifies. The Mining America channel is still the same URL. You would still find it the same way. I can't change the URL. I'm looking at stones right now while I'm saying this. So the Mining America URL is the same URL. I can't change the URL. The websites. I have new websites that I'm trying to get up and running. I have new email addresses, gemdigs.com. I also own fireagateauctions.com, so I'm working on getting these things up and running and trying to get them up and running professionally. And I have somebody that's sending me some good information on this stuff. But like always, funds are the issue right now. The channel still doesn't make anything. This is making way much more than the channel is. That's pretty cool, but who knows how much farther it goes. Set that one aside because it's such a big honker with a bunch of clear and white on it. So the name change only represents that there's going to be more content on here, like the content similar to the video, the internet video I have up about blink.com. Content maybe similar to the vlog video I did where it was, you know, it still had to do with this channel and the stuff I do, but it was just basically packaging up everybody's stuff and a vlog video with some music in it. So if there's stuff I want to do and put a fair amount of effort into it and it's outside the realm of prospecting, I still wanted people to be able to see it. And I still wanted to have that audience. So that's the reason. That's what I'm going for. This is a good preform, but right now it's only like the bronze brown on top. Although if I had this stuff wet, that would really help. Probably a problem is that I didn't put any water in this stuff. What I should do is I should just do that right there. And then they'll totally look different to me while I'm looking at it. Helleman Guile, how much does your make? My channel, if that's the question. Now they're wet. My channel makes peanuts right now. This has got some amazing fire, but it's on the back side. Let me show you this piece. That's right. The YouTube channel last month made $250 off of all of the videos I have up. And most videos themselves made very, very small. This is the backside of some color in this one. Jason Maldonado said, Black Bigot said that the secure team makes $21,000 a month. That's awesome. I'm nowhere near there. If I was making $21,000 a month doing YouTube right now, do you really think that I would be selling rocks for $20 at a time? I'd be giving you this shit, bruh. Come on now. Let's go. So this is a pretty cool piece. Came out of the ground like this, but I'm not sure if I want to sell it or if you guys even want to buy it because it's got the brown on the other side. I just need to grind on that. I just saw it come out of there and thought it was pretty cool. Thought that one was pretty awesome. This one is a really awesome preform. I forgot to turn your light on though. You guys didn't even see that other one properly though. Then I didn't even have the light on for it. Jason Maldonado said, I'm just saying that guy's got huge content. Well, what do you mean by huge content? Tumble it. Nah, this one's not one that's going to be tumbled. What do you mean he's got huge content?
Like a lot of content or good content?
I'm live, son.
No, sorry.
What would I do with this one? I would carve this one. This is a good piece. This is a good representation of how you can think that something, if you didn't see that one bar down there, you would think this doesn't have anything in it. But really, it's just hidden. You can see the iron line running right there. So there's a line of brown over the color bar. And then there is, see the bronze over the color bar, and then after that there's brown, and then a line of clear on this. So that's why the color is hidden on this piece. Oh. Hello, Andrea Pacquiao. Pacquiao. Say it wrong sometimes. 29.6 carats. Cool specimen. Definitely has at least one bar of green hidden underneath a bar of brown and a bar of clear chalcedony on top of that. Oh, I keep kicking the camera tripod. You can see that line with the color on it. 29 carats. This would be a potential one to put back in the tumbler, especially a vibratory tumbler. How you doing, Tandy Jenkins? I know your name. For some reason, I had to freeze up and go and look at it, though. Who wants to start me off on this one at $10? Minute just started. Green and root beer hidden underneath. Green hidden underneath the root beer. Grizzly 71 likes it for 12. 13 says Minnesota Mike. Giving you a really good close-up. 15 from Grizzly 71. You can see that color bar goes all the way through on that other edge right there. You can definitely see that green just peeking out right there. 16 from Minnesota Mike. One of the cool sort of pieces that comes out of the creases and the pockets of Opal Hill. Yes, it is. The bid right now is at $16 with Minnesota Mike in the lead. If I zoom it in real tight like that and then just take my fingers away real fast, this tripod leaves the camera just jumping. I really should have used my other tripod. It wouldn't be a bad idea for me to move you guys to the other tripod here in a few, possibly. If I don't get another bid in 30 seconds, we'll let this beautiful stone go to Minnesota Mike for $16. $16 for a generally really cool stone. I like them when they're all like unbroken looking for the most part. Looks all original. Got about 2 seconds left. Whoa, I keep bumping the camera the same way. That auction's over. Minnesota Mike, you're a winner. Let me put that on the list, write it down, and put it away for you. Whoa, bumping you again. $16. I wonder if I'll see that on close-up, what I'm sort of seeing. Oh, yeah, I can. Ooh, this is going to be a banger when it's carved out. It's all hidden underneath that layer of brown, it looks like. Trying to figure out if that's underneath or if that's a haze that's on top. To my naked eye, that blue looks like a haze that's on top that came out of the tumble. Underneath the magnification, it looks like it's underneath. Yeah, magnification, those colors look like they're underneath, but to my naked eye, that totally looks like it's on top of the stone. Bend Over likes it for 16. Fuck, I'd bid on that. Yeah, like... Grizzly 71 goes 20. I should give you a weight on this. This whole selling this stone with this blue haze on it is sort of making me uncomfortable right now. Yeah, that's underneath that stone. I really don't even want to sell this stone, to tell you the truth. I showed it off to you guys all that much, and I don't even want to sell it. $20 is the bid right now. I'm 45 carats. What if I just carve this one live for you guys tomorrow instead? How's that sound? Bend Over says $21. I gotta just look at stuff and then not put it on screen. Unless I'm sure I want to sell it. 25 from Minnesota Mike. $30 from Grizzly 71. This stone should not be for sale right now. I think there's more than a few people that are starting to agree with me on that one. Oh, I forgot to show you this other side of it too. Is that the other side? Please hold all comments till the end of the auction, guys. That's that hard red side, orange red right there. $32 for Minnesota Mike. That's a really good angle of the stone. $35 from Grizzly 71. It's gonna carve a beautiful monster. Yes, it is. Yes, it is gonna carve an absolutely beautiful monster. 40-something carats. Really red and brown agate almost the whole way. $36 from Bend Over. Great cascade of rolling colors. Blue to green to blue to purple to like a neon green again over here in this corner. Rolls across the top to a yellow green. Orange on the back side. 39 from Ben. $43 from Grizzly. People are always asking about the blues online too. I'm telling you guys, the only reason I didn't pull this one off of here is because I showed it to you too much to begin with. Like, it was just going to be too much. Like, I showed it to you too much, and I just couldn't take it out after that. That's the only reason this thing's for sale right now, because it's in every greedy rock hunter, gem hunter instinct in me to be like, my precious, no, it's not for sale. I lost it. Bid right now is at $43 with Grizzly 71. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 44 with Bend Over right there. Well, I added the right there, but Grizzly 71 comes back with a 48. Totally should have changed the tripod out before I pulled this stone out, but I didn't know this stone was in there. We all know I didn't know this stone was in there. Nope. I got no chance on this one to be like, oh, wow, I don't think I should put this one. 49 from Bend Over. Instead, I pulled this one out, and I was like, is that blue? Am I seeing a blue on that dry? 50 from Grizzly 71. You are guaranteed, almost no matter what you pay for this stone, to get your money back out of it if you carve it properly. Plus, the other thing is it has lots of banding in it. Lots of banding in it. $51 from Ben. $51 is the bid from Ben. I'm going to start that 30-second clock. Get that 30-second clock on it. Minnesota Mike, Stacy Anderson. I missed all kinds of stuff there for a second. Grizzly 71 came in with 55. Stacy Anderson came in with 52. Minnesota Mike came in with 54. Stacy Anderson came in with 56. Minnesota Mike came in with 57. All that happened really fast. But sometimes some of these guys are complaining about lag, so that might have something to do with it. Bid right now is at $57 with Minnesota Mike, 58 with Stacy, 60 with Grizzly 71. Sometimes I just show off those other colors too much and don't go back here and show the other colors that are on it. And that's the best angle right there, pouring down the face of that stone. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Top bid right now is $60 with Grizzly 71 in the lead. Go. It got slow here for a second. We don't see any movement in about 15 seconds. I'll start that 30-second clock again. I've been talking this much, and this is the first time I just realized I used all my drinking water to get the stones wet. 30-second clock starting right now. If I don't catch another bid from one of these guys in 30 seconds, and I will let this stone go for $60 to Grizzly 71. If I do catch a bid, then we'll keep on chugging, add a little bit more time. This stone has had a lot of time on it. It was well worth it, though. Great show it's putting on. And actually, the whole time this has been going on, Bend Over comes in with 61. I know personally for a fact that Bend Over has had a couple of times where he should have bid on stones. That's what I'm saying right there. A couple of times that's happened to him. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see if I can get a good shot with my camera. I need to put it on autofocus. Get the flash going in there too. 62 said Grizzly 71. Focus for me, man. Not what was supposed to happen. I think this lens I bought with this camera is sort of hokey. Bid right now is at $62 with Grizzly 71 in the lead. If I don't catch another bid for 30 seconds, I will let this stone go to Grizzly 71 for $62. That gives you 25 seconds from now and me just a little bit longer to try and see if I can get this thing to focus for me. No. No. All right, it's not wanting to do it. I got to put it back on manual. $62 is the bid. You got about 5 seconds to change that. A humdinger of a stone right here for you, buddy. What is going on with my camera? There we go. I think I got the proper distance. Ooh, I finally got the proper distance. That's what it is. Now I gotta get that stone wet again real quick. Get a couple shots of this. Really need to get another lens for this camera. I should just be taking pictures with my phone. Tell you the truth, hi everybody. So let me put that stone away now. Yeah, that was an amazing stone right there. That just was completely unexpected. You guys heard how greedy I got, right? If I get greedy like that, it's something good. I'm like, ooh, oh man. What was that, 62? Yeah, 62 with the Grizz. Grizz 62. Maybe what I'll do is I might just go back and pull some of these high dollar ones out or something before I ship. that might be what happens. So, let me go through that bin again real quick. Now, this is like got some color on it already. Shouldn't go for that near $62 like that last one. Nope, it wouldn't. Scared to pull out one like that, man. This should be an easy fix. It's almost like a guitar shape. Or easy finish, I meant to say. Pulling out some stuff with some color. Grizz 71, so let's do another one like that. Grizz 71 wants another banger. Well, I have a couple of bangers, but not necessarily showing up exactly like that as bangers. Ooh, this should be an easy finisher right here. Sort of cool. That's sort of cool. It's righteous sort of stone right there. All right, looking for a humdinger. I don't know. I really didn't want to sell that one. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 60s make me feel better than the 20s. If that thing would have sold in the 20s, I about probably would have pooped myself. But you guys saw what I do when I end up losing somebody's stuff, so I don't want to lose the stone either, because I never want somebody to think I would do that to them on purpose. So when the one time I do lose somebody's stuff, I hook it up. Know what I'm saying? That's sort of a cool one, just needs to be finished. Modern Prospector says, how the heck are you going to follow up on that goodness? Bro, that's a tough act to follow right there. And sometimes you don't even try to follow that act. You just go out and do you. So, I've been on stage enough times to know that one. This is one I had out yesterday. It's a banger that people don't recognize as a banger. Color showing from end to end, just needs to be carved out of it. I'm looking for something that's like, you know, screaming. Oh. This looks like it's two pieces. Turn you around real quick. This is going to be at least 2 stones. At least 2 stones on this one. Oh, you know what? I should switch you guys on tripods real quick. Oh, excuse all the bumping. Stacy Anderson says he likes the hidden gems. Well, Stacy, I have 2 stones that are perfect for you then, that are showing really nice stuff on the outside, but have a big line of white or clear chalcedony over top of them. And for the price I would start them at, and for the price I figured they'd sell at, which is right about where I'd start them at, they can make stone. Like, it should be easy to hit that 10 times your money target, and the possibilities after that are just really dependent on what colors come out and the skill with which they are carved. I have 2 of those over here. Like that. All right, now I can bring it down a little bit. Bob Hicks says Night of the Tarantula over there. I don't know where over there is, but we don't want your spider problem, bruh. We're all good, man. You don't need to bring your spiders over here. Anyways, where was I? I had something really good to pull out, didn't I? 2 stones. This one looks like it's going to be 2 stones. Oh, I didn't realize I had to. Hello, Elk Slayer. I missed that. 78 carats. If you're talking to me, Jason, I did not catch what you were speaking about earlier. You were correct on that assessment. Let me see. Gonna be 2 stones. Has some opal in the center of it that is disappearing to the agate that's below it. Who knows what's under it? It might have some color under it. But I can see the color trail on both sides running up these sides. That side, this on this end. Not near as much camera shake on this tripod. Still a little bit, but not near as much as there was on the other one. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real fast. I have some other stuff over here I could follow that other one up with. Who wants to start me off at $10 on this giant one? 70-something carats. Battery in my other camera's dying. $10 says Stacy Anderson. $12 says Grizzly 71. I saw something about Kurt Masters selling his car. That was about the only thing I caught. Bid right now is at $12 with Grizzly 71. And while I'm talking about this, I'm going to plug a battery into the wall. Sold out multitasking. That's why you don't see me holding that stone in my hand at the moment. But as soon as I get this battery into the wall, I'll be right back over there reading off whatever bids you guys have placed. which is right now. So if the bids have changed, I'll find out. If not, I'll start a clock on it right now. So the clock is started on this stone. It's at $12 with Grizzly 71 in the lead. It's a 70-something carat. Fire agate guarantee. Stacy Anderson comes in with 15. $15 is now the top bid from Stacy Anderson. Do another one of those 30-second clocks if I don't get a bid in front of Stacy Anderson's in about 10 seconds, or after 10 seconds, I should say. After 10 seconds would make me not start the clock. Grizzly 71 comes in with 16. $16 is the bid. $17 from Stacy. The Grizz puts 18 on it, and I kicked the tripod, what seems like across the room, but in reality it was like a half an inch. Stacy Anderson likes it for 20 bones. Again here in about 4 seconds. If I don't get another bid in 30 seconds, and this stone will sell to Stacy Anderson for $20, which with that thumb from Grizzly 71 is probably what that means. So let me put the got about 10 seconds left to be heard if you want to stop this sale from going down. Stacy Anderson, I do not believe I have you on my list yet today. Congratulations, Mr. Anderson. Nobody else came in to bid. That stone is yours. I'm putting you on the list right now. Now I have this really awesome specimen from yesterday I meant to sell that I forgot to, that is a monster in size and has great color already on top of it. All it needs is a final polish. Like, I would literally, since the way this looks as a specimen, I would just take this to the top polish right now, like with some Diashine or some cerium oxide. Stacy's like, I'm not a her. Yes, Stacy is can be a boy or a girl's name, just so you guys know. Yes, it can. So this is I should have pulled this out as the follow-up act, because this is a pretty good stone. This is what it looks like completely dry. Let me get a wipe on it, and you can still turn this into jewelry if you wanted to. Just what you see sticking out of the stone is so thin, I would keep it attached to the stone. Stacy Anderson says 10. Minnesota Mike comes in with 20. Stacy comes in with 30. Like I said, all I would do is hit this with a high polish and keep it as a specimen. The agate actually goes up into it, and you can see it has a yellow opal over top of the agate, sort of covering it right there. But directly under that yellow opal is probably the same thing you're seeing right here, this really great bronze, yellow, and orange patina. $30 is the bid right now. The stone that's on it is legitimately, you know, a little bit bigger than my thumb is. Great specimen. Sits really well. Let me back up so you can see how it sits. And if you didn't have any polishes and you still wanted it to shine like that, you could actually just put a really nice clear fingernail polish gloss on it. It would work great. Oh, I should have started the clock here. I forgot to. It's fine. It's a beautiful stone. We'll let it run and I'll roll it over. You can see how the water traveled right where the agate was. Because that's where the agate ended up getting trapped into the rock. Gas seams, gas pocket. I started a 30-second clock 7 seconds ago because nobody else has bid, and the bid has been at $30. So if I don't catch another bid in 20 seconds, I'm going to let this really great specimen stone go to Stacy Anderson for 30 bucks, which is an absolute steal because nobody says it has to stay a specimen. Nope, nope, it doesn't. I just hit it with a high gloss or a polish. And it's ready to go. Minnesota Mike sneaks it in there, 31. Realizing what's going on, gets that good bid in there. Stacy Anderson comes back with 32. $33 says Minnesota Mike. $35 says Stacy Anderson. Give you a really tight close-up on it. See exactly what's going on with the thing. See how original it is. It is fabuloso. Bid right now is at $35 with Stacy Anderson in the lead. That is the top bid. Beautiful patina rainbows, letting it dry off, sort of helping it out. That is what it looks like when it's dry. The rock has absorbed all the moisture. You really don't even need to do anything to it. Pant leg polish on this thing, on some of the stones I pull out of the ground, is just amazing. If I don't catch another bid for 30 seconds, in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to let this stone go to Stacy Anderson for 35 bucks. We're still selling steels, folks. If I wouldn't have showed you guys this one yesterday and talked about selling it, I wouldn't have sold it today. I probably would have stuck it back on the shelf and kept it as a specimen, because as far as a fire agate specimen goes, this is pretty ridiculous, man, in the matrix. Jana Clark's there for 38. Sneaking them in, and actually, Jana Clark, this will fit in that box you have perfectly, because you still have plenty of space in that giant medium-sized box. Minnesota Mike's back for $40. Hit it with a water one time again. See what it looks like if you were to nail polish buff it. Which is not a buffing, it's just a quick gloss. Pretty fantabulous, man. Nice little desk piece. You put it right by the computer while you watch your boy Caleko travel around, and you're like, my office job sucks, but I'm making really good money, and soon I'm going to be traveling in a really badass RV and not living out of a car like that chump Caleko is on the computer. $41 from Stacy Anderson, and then $43 immediately from Jana Clark. I can say that about me. It's okay. See, when I say it, it's okay. If you say it, you're an asshole. $45 from Stacy Anderson, and then $47 from Jana Clark. It is fantastic, people. It is a fantastic piece. Little to no work involved. 48 from Stacy Anderson. Miss Jana likes it for 50. And shockwaves through my knee for some reason. $50 is the high bid right now with Jana Clark. I don't know why my knee decided it doesn't like me at this second. We were doing just fine. Ugh. Stacy Anderson says $52 are out, and Jana Clark says 53. So I think we should probably have silence for the next 20 seconds. And then after that, I'll start that clock because it's just too early. And the way this stone's gone, it's would have sold twice already. But then somebody came in or just got there and was like, hey, I want that too. So I got a 30-second clock on this stone right now. If I don't catch another bid for 30 seconds, this stone will finish being sold to Jana Clark for $53. Get that close up on it. And you know what I should be doing? I should have put a dang battery in my freaking camera again. The bidding's so hot and heavy. I actually have pictures of this stone, just not with this camera. I should have brought my phone camera down. Yeah, that's what I should have done. This thing likes it to be far away. Can't be as close up as the phone. That's what the problem is. Cool. Got some quick, good photos. Gotta put this one in an envelope and find the pen I just kicked all across the floor. $55 said Stacy Anderson. $56 said Jana Clark, and I'm over here taking pictures. Anthony Smith said message retracted. I don't know what Crick Master's talking about with extra T-tops. Apparently it is. I went over to take some pictures, and while I'm taking pictures, thinking that the bidding was over because of what Stacy said, it was still going. Now, nothing's happened again while it's been at 55 and 56. Stacy says he's out. He says he's done this time. We'll end the bidding there with Jana Clark at $56. Fantastic piece. Well worth it. But hey, I'm really glad that Bendover is all snoozing. He doesn't know what he's snoozing on. I'm really glad that I wasn't wasting a bunch of time. That while I was actually, going over and taking pictures of it with the other camera, that, there was still multitasking. So, multipass. Love that movie. What was that one again? 56. I had it backwards in my head. Of course I did. Duh. 56 from Jana Clark. It's probably not going to fit in this tiny little envelope. It's a good thing about the sticky ones, though. You can just sort of like bend them and misshape them to what you want. Put this one in it. Oh, I forgot to write on it. Oh. Alrighty then. We were looking for some good stuff now, weren't we? Weren't we? I've got some pretty good stuff over here on the sides, but it's some of the smaller good stuff. It's not like the holy bejeebus. Holy bejeebus, what is going on there? Oh, wait, that's right. The thick ones that, the lottery ticket stones that Stacy Anderson says he likes. I got another really cool specimen stone. It's been sitting in the water, but even when it's not sitting in the water, it has this bit. Oh, I'm scratching it off right now. Let me show you something before I finish cleaning it with my shirt. So some of these stones that come out of Opal Hill have the color right on top, and they'll have this iron patina on top of it, and you can just literally buff it with your shirt. And I've talked about this a couple of times, about basically shirt buffing something, and that's how the color got that shiny on it. So I'm doing right now. I'm scratching with my nail through the shirt, and you can see little iron. Well, it might not be iron, but that's what I think it is. You know, that's what I call it. I haven't checked it out. I haven't had it chemically. So the stone's getting brighter, and the stuff on top is starting to go away, but I'm starting to wear a hole in the shirt too. At the same time, look at the stone now. Still didn't get rid of all of it on top. Really cool specimen. You can see the iron line I talk about right there. That's the same thing that's attached to the top. A little bit more agate it's attached to right here. Great green color. Cool, cool piece. If you were to do anything with this, once again, this is one I would just lightly hit, going straight to polish. I would not do anything heavy, no metal tools. I would not even do rubber impregnated, diamond impregnated rubber, except maybe 3,000 burr or better. Crick Cow Master likes it for $20. Tandy Jenkins says it's a cute little bubble. It is, it is. Water dipped and shirt rubbed, but that's about it. Looks like it's got that green riding all the way down the side of it too, possibly. Let me give it another. Minnesota Mike likes it for $24. Let me give it another shirt polish on the side of it and see if it just cleans up down the side real easily. It looks like it needs a better tool than that to take that layer of the iron sort of coating off that's right there. Super cool though. Bid right now is at $24 with Minnesota Mike. If you're not going to bid, guys, please hold comments until the end of the auction when we're in the middle of the auction. After that, you know, plenty of talking to go on, and sometimes the auctions take a while. I get that, but they're really worth it. Crick Cow Master likes it for $25. $25 is the bid right now. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm also going to put it way back here and try and see if I can get a nice shot of it in the camera. Now I'm realizing how much better this lens works if you have your rock the proper distance away from it. Bid right now is $25 with Crick Cow Master. If I don't receive another bid here in 15 seconds, then I'm going to start that 30-second clock, which means you have like 45 seconds to decide if you really want it or not. And I think, oh, you guys can't see it though, can you? It's not on screen. It's because I'm doing the whole picture thing with it right there. Turn it, and it's right that's the perfect, and then I lay it down, there we go. Yes, it is. 25, 26, says Anthony Smith. I am taking some photos for my website on some of these too. That's why the DSLR camera, along with some Instagram and all that sort of jazz. Yes, yes. 26 is the bid right now. I'm going to act like I started a clock. Actually, I'm not, because it went off too far. So ignore everything I said, and I'll do all that again in about 15 seconds. But I did get a bunch of shots of this pretty little stone. Actually, that's a good shot too, though. And while we're sitting here talking and stuff, I'm talking to you guys. I am totally learning little tricks with the camera and things I didn't know before. Like how not to be a dumbass. Crick Cow Master said he lost the video. I'm still here. Reset your thing. Got a 20-second clock left. I meant to say that 10 seconds ago. $26 is the bid. If you want to get in, Crick Cow Master, make another bid even though you can't see the video. There's that stone in my hand again, though. If not, we'll let it go here to Anthony Smith for $26. We'll give him about 5 more seconds to respond, and then I'm just going to let it go. Cool, cool. Anthony Smith, I'm going to call you a winner on that stone, my friend. I'm going to say you won that stone. And I'm going to put that in the book. $26. Whoa. Stuff blowing all over the place. Brendover says broccoli. Alrighty, that is put away. I got my bucket of water here again. Still looking for that one that's like screaming about how amazing it is, because that's what you guys had asked for. Another one to compete with that one. I think I got it. Oh, I know this is a banger. Yeah, I know this is a banger. Yeah, I definitely got that one in my hand you guys were asking for a few minutes ago. This is a nice stone. I'm just making sure in case I find anything else that's like that good too. Because this one right here, this is a really, really good one. This is a really, really good one. Yep, really, really good. I keep saying that while I'm looking at other stuff. Alright, I'm gonna put this other stuff down. I'll go back through this other stuff in a minute. Here it is. Thank you very much, Oregon Gold Hunter. Appreciate you loving the channel. I don't know what happened to Crit Calmaster. He said he lost video, and then he might have tried to reset, and he might not have gotten anything back. I've had that happen to me before. Let me turn you guys around real quick. Anthony Smith got that one, Anita. Anita Phillips wants to know who got that one. She lost track. This one I'm about to put down is ridiculous. It's going to carve a ginormously nice ring stone by the looks of it. That's what it looks like. I'll back you guys up just a hair. Take some pictures real quick that you guys can't see because it's not quite in camera angle. Silly thing, man. Appreciate that, Jason. Thank you. Modern Prospector says there was a fair amount of side talk. I agree with you. John C. says, is it just my video that's frozen? My video is not frozen, John C. Might want to reset your browser. That happens to people sometimes. Crit Calmaster comes back with 20 right now. Minnesota Mike says 25. I'm just trying to get some pictures real quick. But it was totally going for sale. They're right about that. Dang it, I wanted the flash to go that time. I should just turn it on. Is your guys' flash on? Yes, your guys' flash is on. At least there's that. $25 is the bid right now with Minnesota Mike in the lead, and it's a way better stone than that. You guys don't even know yet. I'm just trying to get some stupid pictures with the dang DSLR. But this thing is a screaming demon. Yes, it is. There we go. That's a good shot. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit you guys in the face. That was an accident. I had a horrible picture right there. I'm not getting very good shots of it, so let me show it to you guys right now. $25 is the bid. Weight was asked for by Minnesota Mike. $53 carats. We don't really count many halves. We're not into the half marker point thing, you know, right? Beautiful little bits peeking through that side on top. Green and yellow and red. And then there's where you can really see the angles in it. Greens and yellows and reds and orange and yellows. And I said yellow too many times, but you guys get it. Color line going all across the sides. Nice banding in the stone. This is going to be a great one. $26 says Crit Cal Master. Yep, the top is right here. You got color showing to right here minimum. By looking at this face, probably goes to right where that white opal is. But on this claim, when we find bits of opal like that mixing in with a fire agate, we tend to think the fire agate in that spot is really good. We got good color that comes out with the opal. The bid right now is $26 for Crit Cal Master. I should have put a clock on it, but I'm going to put a clock on it here in about 20 seconds. Spent a lot of time with no bids and me just chatting it up. But maybe you guys didn't actually see how nice the stone was in the beginning. That does happen with some of the stones. I show them wrong or you guys can't see the real whoop-de-hurrahs that are in it. Yeah, I made that one up too. $27 says Stacy Anderson. It is proving its color all over itself. Lots of banding, layers of agate and opal. Started off by showing too many of the ugly sides. That's what happened. Start that 30-second clock in about 7 seconds. If I don't catch another bid for 33 seconds, then I'm going to let this stone go to the last bidder, which was Stacy Anderson at $27. $28 says Crit Cal Master. Next week, we're going to be highlighting a bunch of sunstone lots. Lots of sunstones, color sunstones, and Schiller sunstones. 29 says Stacy Anderson. We will have some fire agate, but we will definitely have some sunstones. Bid is at $29 with Stacy Anderson, and I keep having them come in, so I haven't started that clock. You can actually freeze yourself out from being able to bid. Sometimes you talk so much, you chat so much that it tells you that you've been blocked for spamming. It will tell you that. I'm going to start that 30-second clock right now. If I don't catch another bid higher than $29, on 30 says Crit Cal Master, stopping that clock in its tracks. Putting a stomp down on that clock. I myself have had really great color luck with this sort of rock on the agate and the color peeking through right there with the colors of the like brown, almost mahogany. Me, myself, my son wears a stone that looked similar to this. At least the color I was carving out of was similar to that on the top. $30 is the bid right now, Crit Cal Master. Should have started that clock again, but I got all blah, blah, blah rambling. I do that sometimes. $30 is the bid. Have to beat that if you want to get in. And you got 30 seconds to do it, or I'm going to let this stone sell to Crickcal Master for $30. I will absolutely do it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. 10 seconds left. $30 is the high bid. This app should let me take pictures to my phone while I'm shooting this video live. Congratulations, Crickcal Master. That's a fantastic stone to get for that price, buddy. The Gemizer, check out some of my other specimen cleaning video playlists. Go to the playlists page on my YouTube channel and check out some of my other lists. You will find stuff about some of the carving tools I have and some of my used and stuff. You will definitely find some of that stuff there. Let's see, something with some pretty little colors showing up. Itty bitty stone right here. Little slice of pizza almost. Let me see what's going on with the weight of it. I cannot screenshot while I could have screenshot, but I can't hold a stone in my hand and do the screenshot at the same time. Good idea though. 11 karat little guy. Might not even want to do much, but just go ahead and polish him out. Might not. Depends on your skill level of what you see, what you're able to do. It's definitely a piece of fire agate. 11 karat fire agate with some yellow and orange and green. Oh my. I like to say that like they're like lions and tigers and bears. It's the Wizard of Oz. Can I hear $5 on the 11 karat little green and yellow and red shiny guy? Start off the bid 20, says Minnesota Mike. We'll get that $5 right out the way. It looks like he's showing some color on both sides, too. John Coupe comes in with, $5 because Minnesota Mike retracted that $20 bid. Minnesota Mike comes back in with 10. The $5 was just to get it started. I didn't think it'd actually sell at that. All right, somebody else come back with that $20 bid. Jana Clark had a $5 bid in there I missed. John Coupe likes it for 12. Jana comes in at 11. Matching her just under right now. It's okay. She gets a lot of wins. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. This stone is now dry in my hand. The way you see it is the way I see it. Super cool little 11 karat stone. Of course, fully polished, it'll look better than this. That's what the water is for, right? Give it that polished look. $12 is the bid right now at John Coupe. If I don't receive any more bids, and never mind, Minnesota Mike comes in with $15. Now I'll do a 30-second clock. If I don't catch any more bids for 30 seconds, I'll let this stone go to Minnesota Mike for 15 bucks. But you know you want more. Whoa. Kicking the camera. It's never good to be a camera kicker. Photographers hate that. Yes, they do. $15 is the bid right now. It's about to go down. Minnesota Mike, you're a winner. It's a good one to put in the bag, son. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Should have never opened my mouth for $5. See, I lost $5 by saying $5. No big deal. What's $5 between friends? You know me, I like to kick the party off cheap. And I expect you guys to carry it. We put that one in the pile, put it on the list. 15 bucks for Minnesota Mike. Minnesota Mike needs a few more stones to fill up that box. Another cool specimen piece. Some really dark itty bitty agates on it. That would be one of those cool, like, what is it? The micro. I forget what they call it when you look at specimens through a microscope. I completely forgot what that thing is called. It's called something. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, I have a bunch of cool little stuff here right next to me. I'm just going to start grabbing that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's under so much to carve, though. Yeah, that's another one that's like, people that don't mind the work will respect that stone. Anthony Smith says you can hold still for a second, write down the minute and second hand mark, come back later and screenshot. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I can understand that, what you were just saying there, Modern Prospector, but it all just sort of depends on what's showing, and it's rough or windowed rough. So, you know, the per carat, carats are really just sort of to give you a rough idea of what you're going to get out of the stone. It's not really a finished, done, dotted deal because it's not a finished stone. I almost bought somebody's cabs to put up for sale, and I changed my mind and did not purchase them. And I think you guys really would have liked them, but I was just, something was telling me not to, so I changed my mind. I didn't. But every piece in here I know is a really great piece, but there's so many big pieces that sort of need a little bit of carving or something on them to really show off. All right, I'm not guaranteeing this piece I'm about to put underneath the glass is for sale. I am guaranteeing that I need to see it under magnification to see what's going on with it. I'm almost done pawing through this jar right here, this bucket I got, so that I can go through another one I got over here. Ooh, there's a freaking awesome piece that needs to be carved. Yeah! Oh! Woohoo! Who's ready for a badass? Raise your hand if you're ready for a badass. Modern Prospector says they're all undervalued on this stream either way. He's right. This is a very fair statement. This is a humdinger right here. Even the back. I shouldn't even sell this one to you guys. I shouldn't. I should totally polish this one. I'm just gonna let you guys know this one starts at 40. If you don't want to start at 40, I'm cool with that. I will keep it 23 carats. I'm gonna take pictures real quick, because after that I already know what's gonna happen with it. It's gone. Get it wet again. Dang it. All right. All right, I got all the pictures I want of it. You guys want to see this nasty mother? It's a nasty. I tell you what, I'm going to show you the backside first, because the backside on this is actually the ugly side. But if you can see, it's all actually green and orange and yellow pinfire all on the back. That's all on the back side. Rolling it over. That's the bottom edges of it. Now it just needs to be finished. It's all hiding. Red and all the good colors. I haven't seen the blue peek out yet, but I wasn't looking for it, so we'll look for that right now. Two-sided stone. John Kumpe likes it for 45. Green and orange on the backside. Red, orange coming around. Please hold your comment till the end of the auction. Schwenk Gaming. I will definitely answer that question as soon as this auction is over, which might be in the next 30 seconds. 50 says Anthony Smith. Might not. Lead bid right now is $50 from Anthony Smith. That's a great question, though, Schwenk Gaming. I'm totally going to go with you on that one in just a second. $50 is the bid right now from Anthony Smith. Me vibrating the camera around. 55 says John Kumpe. Please hold your comments, and you know that. But I'm going back to look for what you were talking about. Minnesota Mike, you know better. He's like, I saw blue. I wouldn't doubt it in a stone like this. That would be very unsurprising. Oh, I see it now. I'm not sure if he's right, though. I'm not sure if it's just a messed up reflection. $55 is the bid from John Kumpe. Please hold the side conversation. We already had some complaint about that earlier, so please don't comment anymore. No more side comments. I got a 30-second clock on this stone if I don't catch another bid over $55 in the next 30 seconds. 56 says Anthony Smith, right on time. Right on time. Showing every section of the stone, trying to find that blue I heard about, because I keep seeing the reds and the orange and the yellows and the green. I didn't see the blue. That's all right, though. They don't have to comment until the end of the auction about it, and then we'll see it again. Someday we'll see it again. $56 is the bid right now. I'm going to start that clock again at the top of the minute. Plenty of time to think about it. Plenty of time to think about it. 58 says John Kumpe. $58 is the current bid right now on this rainbow stone. Might not be a full rainbow stone. That might be overstating it just a little bit because I didn't see the purple and the blue yet. But with a stone like this, I would not be surprised if it stuck its head out during carving at all. No, I wouldn't. One bit. You got about 40 seconds to outbid my buddy John Kumpe. If you don't outbid him in the next 40 seconds, this stone's going to sell for 58 bucks to him. Yes, it is. You got 30 seconds left on that. If you really wanted to win this stone, you would have bet $1 million and this would be over with. I would have given you the rest of the stones I got here just as a gift. $1 million. Yeah, you know, I tried to go back and watch an Austin Powers movie the other day. It's unwatchable now. It's just unwatchable. I can't even believe the stuff I was into back then. Wow, John Kumpe, congratulations, buddy. It's a good stone. It's a great stone. It's great. Anthony Smith comes in a hair late. Sorry about that, Anthony. You didn't even roll up the screen until after I'd said he'd won. All right, got it written down on the crib sheet. Putting it away in the... That was... $58. Cool, and in the pile. Now, here in August, I am going to... Oh, Schwenk Gaming, you had your question. Schwenk Gaming had a really good question. Let me turn that around. Now, Schwenk Gaming's question was, what do I think about mine runs? Are the mine runs worth buying on eBay? I don't know what kind of mine runs you're talking about, first off. Second off, whenever you're going to buy a mine run, the expectation I would expect out of like a mine run is like something you would get off a conveyor belt or something like that, you know, something that the machines would process and then they would put it in a bag. So if you're talking about like a sapphire, like a high graded mine run sapphire bag or something like that, it all depends on who you're purchasing from. And it's sort of like fire agate. If you're going to buy rough fire agate, completely rough, uncleaned, you know, not tumbled, the rock and the dirts are still on there and all that kind of stuff. If you're going to buy that sort of stuff, you need to trust the guy you're buying it from because he sees what's coming out of the ground and he knows the potential of what you're going to have, the potential of the amount of color that's going to be there. He really does know that. The person pulling it out of the ground because of the breakage and the getting some stuff wet, unless they're just completely oblivious, they know the general overall quality of what's coming out of the ground on that day, you know. So it's all about trusting the person that you're buying it from. If you're going to buy mine runs, if you're going to buy sapphire bags, if you're going to buy stuff where you have to have faith that the person has not already run everything and tried to find all the treasure in there and then just put crap in it to send it to you. You just have to have faith in that person. So make your decisions based off of that accordingly. I go with people I trust, and it's not very often that I've bought bags to be sent to me, but I have done that with sapphires. So let's see if I got any other questions in here. Modern Prospector seems like there's a variation in delay times tonight. Anita Phillips says it's okay. Cal's PC lagging behind about 20 seconds behind the rest of us, sometimes 30. So you guys think I'm behind you guys by about 20 seconds? Anthony Smith says he's doubling the bandwidth upload from his house with Instagram, I think. Not right now, guys. That was last night I had Instagram up. I'm not using Instagram right now at all. Michael DeFabio goes, I'm super late. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Except I realized I wrote Stacy Anderson's name on one, but didn't write down the price he actually won it for. Let me find you guys another stone. I got a little pile of them right here. Anita Phillips says it's going slow. You didn't miss much. Oh, apparently I'm not burning them out fast enough. Some of the stones that have been selling have going for high dollar. It sort of has drug on some of them. I'll give her that. I won't argue that one too much. Appreciate that, Chuck. I think you're right, Stacy. I think it was 20. Oh, I had this one I needed to look at underneath magnification. That's what I was going to do. I wanted to look at this one under magnification real quick. Yep. Hidden gem, that one. Caleko. Alrighty. It's definitely got fire agate in it, but it's not showing as deep, I don't think. Some green and orange right on top. Might be under that band of red right there. That's probably what's going on. Jason Maldonado said, no DJ tonight. No, I'm not DJing tonight, that's for sure. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure that all of my auctions that sold are not going to be paid for on eBay yesterday. One of them, I'm glad, which is the mixer. It's sold way too cheap. I'd rather not sell it. 4th of July weekend, right? And then the other piece, let me put this one on a scale. And then the other two pieces both have 0 feedback bidders. So I have the car was purchased by a person with 0 feedback, and the DJ controller was purchased by a person with 0 feedback, and I haven't received a payment from them yet. So I'm figuring it's probably no good bidders. 47 carats is what this one starts out with. Has some green showing in top. Has the possibility of having other colors more underneath. There is some dark agate in there. Yeah, they were $1 no reserve auctions. I usually don't have problems with this. Michael DeFabio likes for $15 to start off with. I typically don't have problems like this even out of 0 feedback bidders, but with a car, it is Gem Digs, or it was Mining.America, but now it's Gem Digs, or maybe it's Caleko Wheel Steel. I have no idea. I've been changing stuff around. Right now, the bidding is at $15 with Michael DeFabio. Please hold all other comments till after the end of the auction. Auction shouldn't take too long like that. This is a stone to dig into and find what's really there. Some green poking out, but could be a lot more hidden inside. Tell you what, I've had no action on this stone and want more action right away. I'll put a 30-second clock on it right now. So if I don't catch another bid in the next 30 seconds, I'll let this stone go to Michael DeFabio for $15. Already got some beautiful gem grade color right there showing on top. Traveling around the top is probably underneath that red agate right there. Very probably. I don't hear nothing in about 3 seconds. Oh, wait. She's telling me I'm 20 seconds behind, so I need to be given an extra minute. That's what I need to be doing. She's like, he's 33 seconds behind. But I said I would do that, didn't I? I did say that I would do that, and I'm one of those sticklers for saying I'm going to do that. So, Michael DeFabio, you're a winner. Am I still 30 seconds behind? Are you eating my my waffles. You got the last of the pancakes.
There's one that's it. I took down that from the waffles by who complaining about how it's pudding. I don't mind though.
DFAB, $15. Highway robbery. Let me put you on the list. DFAB. So am I still 15 seconds behind everybody? My eBay store, I would have to, oh, I do have the other frickin' phone in my pocket. How you like that? My eBay store has changed names a couple of times, and recently it just changed. I think it's GemDigs. I think I have it at GemDigs for gemdigs.com now. Maybe not. I might have changed it back to my name. Nope, it's MiningAmerica still. Yep. The YouTube is MiningAmerica. Because I haven't changed it yet. But if I change it, I'll probably either change it to my name or change it to GemDigs. But my name would probably work better than even GemDigs would. Whatever, some things don't matter that much. eBay, I'm not going to be using that much. So it really doesn't matter that much to me. Alrighty, alrighty. Let me see what else I missed. Email. You can go ahead and send digideas at gemdigs.com. Now this little piece I'm about to show you guys needs to go to straight polish. It is an awesome little specimen. Well, it doesn't have to stay a specimen, but it really should be taken to straight polish. It is a green and red crackle pattern little specimen piece. I say little specimen piece, but these are gemstones, so I mean, it could still end up being something else. But you can see the way the crackle pattern is working on this one. Honeycomb crackle pattern. Soccer ball, says Michael DeFabio. Maybe a soccer leg. World Cup stone, says Modern Prospector. Boy, I pissed those World Cup people off when I told them I hated the hook on that Will Smith song they did. I shouldn't tell people their music sucks from the Mining America channel. Crickell Master says creatures on a rock. It's definitely a cool specimen piece if you wanted to keep it as a specimen piece. You can see that red bar right there. Kitty Cat says Anita Phillips. Somebody else said Otter. All right, everybody's had a say in what it is. Who's going to say how much it costs? I hear crickets and the fan. Whoops, I'm dropping it. 20 says Michael DeFabio. Leading the storm to fill up that box he's purchased. I'm one of those guys too. If I'm going to pay $8 for shipping, I want to make that shipping count. I'm just, I think like that. I also think, though, if I see something I don't want, but it's half price, do I really need it? I might need it after all. $22 says Minnesota Mike, and Michael DeFabio comes back with a $24. It's the battle of the mics. And Jason Maldonado, you were on fire for interrupting auctions today, man. Stop it. If you're not bidding, don't talk during the auction. $25 says Minnesota Mike. If I don't enforce the rules, nobody will abide by them. Michael DeFabio likes it for 26. And y'all know how I get. I got no problem blocking some foe. Although Maldondo's not a fool. He is religious about being here. $26 is the top bid right now. How would I work this if I was going to work this? Just a polish. Maybe a little bit of Dremel work to pull that piece right there off of it. But the rest of it, just a polish. Go straight to polish. That's what I would do. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Beautiful little specimen. If I don't catch another bid in 30 seconds, I will let this stone in for $26 to Michael DeFabio. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And I had insomnia last night. I could not sleep until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I could not sleep. So being that I couldn't sleep until that late, if I can't go to sleep tonight, or if I'm not tired when I get done with this stuff tonight, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to package it all up to ship it. Get it all ready, so all I have to do is check and see who paid and then put it in the mail. Did I put a clock on it? I thought I put a clock on it. Did I put a clock on it? If I didn't, then 20 seconds is left, and it's going to sell to Michael DeFabio for 26 bucks, because I should have put a clock on it already if I didn't. I think I did, and I think the clock already ran out, so it's only got 10 seconds left anyways. Beautiful stone. Going for $26. Going to end in now. Congratulations, DFAB. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. Hit you sort of hard. DFAB. $26 bones. Being that we're sort of on the specimen tip, it's not really a specimen because it's too big for that. It's got great red tones with potential of that grape color people like. I was thinking I was seeing it, but when I got it under the light, and I think it's more red. That's what I'm thinking. This stone I would definitely keep as a specimen, or if I didn't keep it as a specimen, I think I would need to keep matrix on it because it looks like it's a very thin layer, of nice fire agate sitting on top of the matrix, of the basalt. Minnesota Mike's in for 20 bucks. Didn't talk politics last night. Talked about how the media is slanted. Doesn't matter what media you're listening to, they're slanted in their own form or fashion. That's what I talked about. Get it right, man. $20 is the opening bid with Minnesota Mike. Although I will tell you that after talking about that last night, I just felt sort of sick. Too much truth for me spewing out of my own mouth. $20 the bid right now with Minnesota Mike, and I'm kicking the camera everywhere. So if I don't catch another bid for 30 seconds, we'll let this stone go to Minnesota Mike for 20 bones. Beautiful specimen piece. Plenty of room to make it flat if you want, to stand it up at any angle. Mike DeFabio comes in for 21. Sits flat like that, but it's sort of pointed down, so you'd want to have it on a shelf above you. I would put a flat end on it probably right like that on the bottom. That's what I would try to do. Probably what I would do. $21 is the bid right now. I'm going to start a 30-second clock at the top of the minute. It's $1 every 30 seconds. If that's what it takes, then we'll do that. $21 is the lead bid right now. The two Mikes battling it out for the rest of the night. Minnesota Mike and Michael DeFabio, simply known as DFab. I believe that's the clock. I was talking about how I couldn't sleep all last night. And even though I'm talking about how I couldn't sleep all last night, I'm over here yawning. So, just in case that wasn't the clock, nobody else bid again anyways, so congratulations. $21, Michael DeFabio. Keep kicking the damn tripod. Every time, kicking the tripod. 24 people in the room. Minnesota Mike comes in with 23, way late. Maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was me, but if there is, there's nothing I can do about it now. Dundada overdone. Triple Crown winner, says Craig Calmaster. This is a great stone for a carver. Could have much more than what you see in it. Great bit of color right there in the front showing out. You can see the line of color traveling the whole side. See that little pin fire? What is everybody saying? Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Too many interrupting Mike misses out. Nobody interrupted when Mike missed out right there, though. So this is a fantastic stone. Like I said, it's carrying color all in it. You can see the ring of it going around. You can see saginite in the bottom of it. There's another saginite bloom. You can see the spikies. Let's see if I can make that thing stop bouncing a little bit. No, I can't. I tried. It's also got a lip. Let me back it up a little bit. So it's a giant stone that's got color all around it. I wouldn't even call this one a lottery ticket because of how much it's got peeking through. It's definitely going to be a great stone, though. The shape it finishes out with is the question. Definitely a top-grade carver stone right there. And what's it weigh? $71 carats. John Illard comes in with a $5 bill. He's just teasing, though. He's just teasing, thinking this is only going to sell for $5. Tell you what, if this stone ends for $5, then what I'll do is I'll pay you $10 to keep it. 71 carats, probably a good 50 of them. Amazing stone. Crick Cal Master says 6. Michael DeFabio says 8. John C's in for 10. John Illard's in for 10. Modern Prospector says 12. This is definitely going to be a couple of different stones. John Illard's in for 12. Michael DeFabio said 11, the other one in for 12. Lots of $1 bids racing around. Nobody ready to put their foot down yet. They know it's going to go there. There's John C. Michael DeFabio comes in with 14. John C. comes in with 20. John Illard comes in with 15. I know John Illard. He'll be right back. You just give him a second to hit his keyboard real quick. Take a sip of his coffee. Hit enter. $20 right now is the top bid with John C. Lots to see in here. Lots of color all around the edges. As far as a stone that has a good bit of clear on top of it, you don't get much better of a tattletale on it than this one has been. Not much of a better of a tattletale than what you see running along that line with the pinfire. No, it's not. $20 is the top bid right now with John C. Get in, boys. The water's fine. This is one to get your hands on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, it's been pretty stagnant for a minute. We raced up to 20, and then all of a sudden we stopped. This is a really great stone. A couple of stones going to come out of it, at least. That's a stone, probably. That's a stone. Uh-oh, look at that. It's 2 stones. You guys saw that happen here live. We got a little mud pack right there. Let's see what this one looks like. That might be nothing that just broke off of that. And we've had no action for so long. Oh, 22 said John Illard. Well, that little piece that broke off looks like it has absolutely nothing with it, but I'm still going to include it into the stone. Little wing popped off, but it was none of the colory pieces. I mean, I honestly think it would have been really cool if that thing was all lit up. Know what I'm saying? $22 is the top bid. If I don't catch another bid for 30 seconds, and this stone is going to go for $22 to John Illard. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Everybody else is sort of silly for letting it, though. Just saying. If you're looking to carve fire agate, this is a great one to carve on. They don't get much more multi-level color showing all over the place. This is one of those stones that screams, "You can screw up, I'll still forgive you." And if I didn't catch any other bids, John Illard, I believe you're a winner because that 30-second clock went off, and I'm not paying attention because I'm still talking. Still talking away. That stone was up way too long. Discount. Way too cheap. Way, way, way too cheap. That stone makes me question if I should still keep selling stones. That one does. John Illard. Make sure you're on this list. Yes, you are. For what I have on here is number 3. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I got some other good stuff right here. Let me turn you around. no. That's not what I was looking for. I'll turn you back on my face. Oh, Chuck P asked for the address and the email for paying and everything, and you're right, I should be doing that stuff. Even after I post the video, though, you can go and find it just by going to the beginning of the video. Oh, here it goes. Michael DeFabio says, that's what happens when we walk away. What's he mean, that's what happens when we walk away? I don't understand the statement. Oh, I stepped away for a minute. I had to go smoke real quick, bro. I came back and you were selling that good stuff. $22 for a monster, exactly. He's like, everybody went out to have a bong hit at the same time. We all came back and you're selling all that great stuff to one person. Anthony Smith says, there's definitely more lag tonight than usual. I'd say 20 seconds should be enough to catch up. That last one had several bids in it that you didn't get very quickly, but it's okay. So his complaint that the lag is a little bit much tonight, which I can understand that. Tell you what, though, what I am going to do over this next week, because I have a trip coming up. I have a, let me turn you around again. Yeah, that was a really good stone. Turn you around again. I have a trip coming up to the West Coast soon. So before that trip, and so I don't have to put everything up for auction so people can possibly buy some stuff. If you watched the video I did recently, this is a good one. If you watched the video I did recently with picking through stones, yeah, if you did, this one was on there. I'm going to show you this stone. This whole bucket right here I'm about to put down. I'm going to, this was all the stones that I went through live on my channel. Most of them have some really great color. This is a great piece, actually. I'll set this on the side. Maybe we'll auction this one off here in a second. That's a fantastic one. Stuff like this was on there live. I was cleaning it up. Got 30 people in the room. So I'm going to make some lots of these, and all of these are pieces that have fire in them. All of these are pieces that like already have that a wow factor going on with them in some way, shape, or form. Is that blue I see in there? I see a hint of blue down there. Maybe I should put this one on the side if that is. It looks blue to me. Put that one on the side too. So anyways, I'm going to be putting some lots of these up. And these are like nothing but the absolute top grade. But two things I need to fund while I'm going on this trip that I'm going to be away doing. And that one of those is the car when I get back. I need that truck so I can get on the road, and I want to record a bunch of videos for you guys out in the wilds. The other thing, you have no idea, son. This is nothing. I have other great stuff. The other thing that this is going to include, and you guys watching this should absolutely affect you in some way. I have the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be having some sunstones in some auctions here, and here soon, I am also going to be trying to head out to Plush while I'm on the West Coast. I'm going to do my best to try and stock up on some sunstones, maybe riding with some other people if I have to make it out to Plush, Oregon, and get some shaking in, because you could do a lot of digging out there without like having to use a lot of heavy tools in your hand. You can even just use a screwdriver in a lot of those areas and hunt for sunstones. So I plan on adding that to my list. So if you're one of those people that has helped fund those trips before and you might be interested in help funding those again, send me an email, because this is going to be one of those times where I might be taking grub stakers on, because sunstones have traditionally been pretty good for me. I've gotten better and better at finding them. So the more days I have on the $200 a day dig out there, the better chance I have of hitting, you know, a pocket with like 5 or 10 pounds of sunstones in it. I'm not saying I would, I know that's happened to people before. So if it's happened to somebody else before, I think it can happen to me too. Know what I'm saying? I think it can. Might not, but I think it can. Whatever. Where are we at? We had a couple of good stones here. Yes, we do. Wild stuff I heard in Oregon, said Jason Maldonado. You're always talking some wild stuff, Jason. Yes, you are. So this whole bin is just loaded. This whole bin is straight up just gangster gemstone loaded with stuff. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alrighty. Oregon does have some great gold. I will be trying to do some videos. While in Oregon, I will be doing videos regardless. One of the things with the name change is me being able to do videos that are not just mining and prospecting based. Now that I help manage and run a mine, the name Mining America is much more in line with what I'm doing. But originally, when I picked the name Mining America, being that I just went out to feed digs originally and stuff like that, the name really didn't fit that well. Now for a show, it fits great, no problem. But being able to do some other videos that are outside the purview of prospecting and mining, that's why the overall name changed, just to go through it one more time. So here I got some stones to show you guys. This one I think needs to be carved a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not going to sell you guys that one. I'll show you this one, I think. Yeah, this is the one with the blue in it we were just showing, actually. Here we go. 30 people in the room. Now you can see the white and the brown agate and the colors peeking through right there. And more of the white that's covering up the brown agate. Nice bit of red right there. More of the dark agate that tends to have the color in them. This section right here that has the gemstone poking through has a nice green and yellow and blue and red looking. And I'll hit it with some water. You got that blue, looks to be one of the deeper colors, and it's just poking through right there. And I'm shaking the camera non-stop. I can't help but shake the cameras, apparently. My new camera is supposed to be here tomorrow, guys. That's super exciting. I have a viewer named Brian Cunningham. He is a viewer, and he's also one of my patrons. And one of the conversations I had with him solidified me thinking that changing the name to your boy Caleko was definitely the way to go, because he was talking about how he wanted to hear some more stories of my life and stuff like that on the channel, and that he was missing some of that stuff from both the Patreon channel and from this channel. and going back to Portland and having a 4K camera and those being my old stomping grounds from teenage years and childhood years, there's a lot of stories and video I can do out of there. So everybody's talking about AskJeffWilliams.com. Good dude. Him and his wife Leela, they're a really awesome team right there. Anybody want to bid on this rock and I can shut everybody else up talking about some other YouTuber? No, I'm just kidding. Jeff Williams is an awesome dude. I believe I'm friends with Leela. If I'm not, then I at least follow her on YouTube. They're really cool people. There is a lot of things about their lives working together that a lot of people can be envious of. Yes, so. Minnesota Mike likes for 20. Jana Clark comes in for 10. Jana Clark reaffirms that, pushes it to 21. Michael DeFabio likes it for 22. Got that little bit of blue hiding out in this one. Almost looks more like a teal than a blue. It's definitely not the green, though. It's definitely not the green. High bid is at $22 right now with Michael DeFabio in the lead. This is definitely just a piece of windowed rough. This piece was not been tumbled. This piece pretty much got chipped when it was coming out of the ground and showed that color and got thrown in. You guys. And that's why you've seen some of this stuff over this weekend. Bid is at $22. If I don't catch another bid in 20 seconds, then I'll let this stone go. Tonight, so I'm not going to go and shoot them and myself in the foot by being too eager. 24 says Minnesota Mike. And he got that bid in right when I would have been calling that clock off too. So I definitely need to pay attention to the lag thing, give it just a little bit more time than I normally would. I know Anita Phillips is like, it's going too slow, Caleko. I understand that's the way you feel, dear. But I got people to take care of. I got my people to take care of. We'll start that 30-second clock here real soon if I don't get another bid. Minnesota Mike is in the lead with $24. $24 is the leading bid right now. If I don't catch another bid for 25 seconds, I'm going to let this stone go. That's what I call selling. Let this stone go. Instead of being Schmiegel and my precious with it. See, 5 seconds left. I was about to say something else that I was going to ramble on that had nothing to do with nothing, and then I was just going to make it to where I didn't call the time on time, and I was wondering if I was even on time. Congratulations, Minnesota Mike. You're a winner. Almost done putting this one away. And it is away. Mm-mm. 23 people in the room. Looks like I lost a few peeps. That's okay. Definitely see it's got the color hiding in it. It's hiding underneath that white. Streaking through the stone here and there. But this is one of those that only got roughly cleaned. Ooh. Only got roughly cleaned just to get the dirt and matrix off of it. See if we can see inside, prove it has color. Which this one does. It just seems sort of like the color might be spotty underneath, but in some spots it's showing really great, like that one right there. Super, oh, metallic-y. That's the word I'm looking for. Stacy Anderson starts it off with $5. You got to start somewhere, and I don't mind starting cheap sometimes. I expect them to carry themselves. You can definitely see that metallic-y runs right up and underneath that opal white. Right down in that layer, there's green and magenta color right there. Grizzly 71 likes it for 10. Definitely an orange. Nigel Kavanaugh likes it for 10. Stacy Anderson likes it for 12. Stone is starting to peek out and let you know what's actually in there a little bit. Yes, it is. 15 says Grizzly 71. It's a great thing about this agate, man, is you might not think it's there, and just that little bit right there, that can be completely covering up great fire agate that you can't see, because the white can just completely obscure it, the yellow can obscure it, any of the colors can obscure it. Bid right now is $17 with Stacy Anderson, getting that in as I spoke. Really good timing. $71. Tomorrow, guys, I will have some live fire agate carving for you. Grizzly 71 likes it for 20. $20 is the bid right now with Grizzly 71 in the lead. Tomorrow, I will definitely have some live. 22 says Stacy Anderson, live fire agate carving for you guys, because I have stones to finish out for my patrons. $25 says Grizzly 71. And I need to get those stones finished out for my patrons before I go on this next trip, which is a flying trip, which is not a driving trip, which I might end up seeing some of my viewers. So if you're from the West Coast, if you're from the Oregon area, now's a good time to send me information to my email addresses. $25 is the bid right now. I'm going to start that clock here at the top of the minute. These are the steals and the deals, folks. They don't get much better than what you have potential at getting out of this. $27 says Stacy Anderson. Guys, stop talking during the bidding. You know better. Both of you, I will block your ass. $27 is the bid right now with Stacy Anderson in the lead. He deleted it too late. Sorry, Maldonado. 300-second timeout. It's too late. I beat you to it, and it didn't show up till later, though. I'm not mad at you. $27 is the lead bid right now with Stacy Anderson. If I don't catch another bid for 45 seconds, I'm going to let this stone go. These are the steals, like I like to say. Fantastic, great metallic color. He's going to end up carving a honker out of this. Grizzly 71 likes it for 28. Nobody can understand the amazingness that will come out of this stone. Sort of cool just the way it sits, too. It looks like almost an unbroken piece of agate. I didn't realize that till just now. It does have that unbroken piece of agate look about it. $28 is the lead bid. I'm going to start that clock again here in about 5 seconds. The good thing about that little timeout I put on Maldonado is that'll be over when this auction's over, so it's not like it's even that long. $29 says Stacy Anderson, getting it in there in time. Making sure his voice is heard. 30 says Grizzly 71. 30 says Nigel Kavanaugh. 32 says Stacy Anderson. They know the good stuff when they see it. I have rarely gotten such a useful gift as this thing right here. Look at that gem peeking out there. That is that dirt? That might be dirt. That is dirt. I totally thought that was fire agate flashing orange at me. It's not. This other side is, though. Anyways, got a 30-second clock on it. Tie bid is $32 with Stacy Anderson. Need to catch another bid in 30 seconds if we want to keep it going. Although I should have gave it more time than that because of the way the lag is going. But usually these guys know they've been outbid. You don't need to hear my voice to know that. Unless your screen went black. And if it did, you should tell me. You should tell me because then I will react accordingly. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at reacting. May not be accordingly, but I'm still good at reaction. Got about 2 seconds left. I'll give you a 5-second leeway just to make sure. Congratulations, Stacy Anderson. It's going in the bag. Yeah, that one's going to be a good treasure hunt, Stacy. All the treasures in that one. You know that. Yes, yes, yes. As soon as I said yes, 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 I got the Beastie Boys running through my head. Yes, yes, y'all, we don't stop. My name's MCA. I got nothing to lose. Pay attention, my attention is the boss that moves. All right, now I was able to move a bunch of rocks from one spot to another. I got the Deuces Wild. Now I need to be playing some Beastie Boys in the background. Like that old school Beastie Boys stuff, man. I am Crickcal Master, but not everything is set in stone yet. But I am absolutely coming out there. Yeah, that's a honker. That's a honker. This one's got some color already peeking out. Yes, Stacy Anderson is dead right on what he's asking. Sunstone Mine. Cool, another one of my iron-coated specimens with the fire right under the iron. That's a big baddie. I'll put that one on the side. Not for that one, Stacy. $10 on that one. We'll start this one at $10. Anthony Smith says, I'm dying to go back out to Portland. Count me in on that dig, I believe he meant to say. Hey, I do not knock you for trying, buddy. I do not knock you for trying one bit. That's one of those specimen ones where I'm really hesitant to let go of some of my pieces that come out like this. Because this right here, this is what you normally see everywhere else when it comes to fire agate. You know, you see that. You get it wet and you'll see a little bit of stuff playing underneath and you're like, yep, it's definitely fire agate. So you're happy. But then Opal Hill does this. And so with some of these specimens that I pulled out of the ground that actually, whoa, I just blew off the whole side of this thing. Just by rubbing it a little bit. Rubbing it on my pant leg. Now at the same time with this color from Opal Hill though, is if you're not careful and if that's the only bar of color that's on top of a layer of clear, you'll blow right through it. So also selling these types of pieces to people and them not understanding that and then just working it a little bit the wrong way, they can completely ruin the piece and then, you know, be upset at me. That has never happened yet, but it is possible. But yeah, this is a fantastic little piece. I would let this one go, but if I'm going to let this one go, this is the 5.0 range for me. And if nobody wants it, I would be cool with that too. But if you do want this, I'll sell this in the $50 range, no problem. But usually, you know, I don't like to start them off that big unless they're showing out something that's making them just scream amazing. Just because I'm partial to being, like, really nice to you guys. Like, keeping the deals rolling. Keep this whole symbiotic relationship going. I still got the Beastie Boys. I travel around the world. I keeping girlies busy. What do you think about this one? This looks like a good one to me. Yeah, it does. Stacy Anderson likes it for $10. $12 says Michael DeFabio. Anthony Smith sneaking him in. Hold all comments during the auctions, boys. $15 says Grizzly71. Minnesota Mike comes in with 17. But yes, that is the absolute end of that line right there that I've had running through my head. The damn Beastie Boys. Best kind of music to have stuck in your head, though. Check your head, right? Check your head. Michael DeFabio likes it for 20. Now, as you can tell, I don't mind selling color. But sometimes the lottery tickets or the specimen pieces, they grab me, and I'm like, I don't really want to let that one go. Not super inexpensive. $20 is the price on this one right now from Michael DeFabio. This is one of those ones that just sort of tells you exactly what to do on it. It's like a road map. It says, get rid of the white, leave the brown. The brown's got the color. $20 is the bid right now. 22 says Jana Clark. Jana Clark likes the good ones too. John C. likes it for 25. And whoever that was that talked about holding the stone still for a bit so I get screenshots, you're dead right as long as the screen is as clear as it is tonight and it was yesterday. Now that I've switched phones and I have the lighting appropriate, Jana Clark likes it for $26. You're dead right. I can totally take screenshots of this off of YouTube later if I wanted to. Post those to, what the heck is the name of it? Instagram. But it has to be vertical, right? It has to be a vertical shot to be on Instagram. $30 says John C. And see, for the price, this stone is more of a guarantee than the one I didn't want to sell for under 50. You have more of a guarantee with this stone right now. Just me, you know. You know how it goes. $30 is the top bid right now with John C. If you want to keep it going, go ahead and say something like Jana Clark just did with the big 31. Typical age for a lady to start going backwards in years. If you lived in my house as a child, my mom's favorite saying was 29 and feeling fine. Here comes dirty 30. She said that for, I think, about 20 years. John C. comes in with $33. But I'm the stripper's Brett, so I heard all kinds of stuff like that. $35 from Janice Clark. Pretty rocks, pretty rocks. Pretty rocks, pretty rocks. 38 says John C. $38 is the price with John C. And I'm going to put a clock on it on the top of the minute. So that'll give us, you know, like 40 seconds just to make sure I play out that lag time. Everybody has time to hear it and see it and enter the bid if they really want to. 30 seconds left on this stone. Make that 20. In about 20 seconds, this stone's going to sell to John C. for $38, unless you would like to pay more than that. If you would, all you got to do is hit that button. What I really like about that little bit of color showing through the white right there is tells you, this is showing you that there's more up here. There's more in there. Who knows how far it goes? John C., you're a winner, my friend. $38. Congratulations. Your first one of this week, John C. It is in the stack. It's in there, man. It's in there. Well, this one might be just a buff it and set it. It's so tiny. It's so tiny I don't want to put it up. I might as well just finish it and get a little bit more wet. Jason Maldonado's back. He's off timeout. Talking about the moon again. What's going on with the moon? I haven't seen it at all. I haven't even been outside, but I live in mosquito country. Anita Phillips showing she's still here. In it for the long haul, she is. I'm going to put this one on the scale. Got to appreciate those viewers that are here for 152 minutes from the beginning to the end. One of the first ones in the room and still not gone. He wants to smoke it. What's the big one on the left? 19.20 carats this one is. Big one on the left, huh? I'm just going to check on that. Big one on the left. That must be this, right? This one is 19.20 carats. Really flat. Really thin. Got some yellow and white opal in it. Grizzly 71 likes it for $10 to start off with. Who knows what's going to be underneath what you see on top? See, more stuff is definitely hiding underneath that white layer. Especially right there, you can see it. Beautiful stone. Lots of size for the weight. You put it on my hand. The size of my thumb. $10 is the bid right now with Grizzly 71. Don't worry, Stacy, if you like that big white one, I'll put that one up in a second too. It's a what you see is what you get stone. Totally is. Janet Clark likes it for $14. These are the steals and deals. This is a really clean palette to just sort of expose the fire agate you can expose on top and then do some artistry if there's any clear in the area that traces between the fire agate, or just cut multiple stones out of it. depends on what you go for and what you like. Me, myself, I sort of see Han Solo frozen in carbonite. But that's just me. $15 says Grizzly71. Let me kick that camera a few more times for you guys. Can you guys see Han Solo's face at the top? Can you see his face? Can you see his mouth right there? You can see that, right? Like how his head got cut off right at the eyes, like somebody got pissed and they like chopped it. Otherwise, there's his chin. Can you see that? I know, I'm tripping, but still. To me, there's a hand there and there's a hand there. And then the rest of it's just because I want it to be. $15 and $17 is the bid right now with Janet Clark. I'm going to put a 30-second clock on it in about 10 seconds. So that gives you 40 seconds to drop a bid. Gives you 30 seconds to drop a bid. 30 seconds to let them know you want to take this stone home with you. Got about 12 seconds left. I'll let this stone go to Janet Clark for $17. Make that 5. Whoa. Congratulations, Janet Clark. I will put this on your list. You know, I meant to go out and see Solo so I could do a whole, is the movie good or is the movie bad? Because there's this whole thing about it. And I still haven't done it. And I actually, of all the movies, because of all the controversy, that's one of those I really want to see. Whoa. All right, that one's all put away. It was okay, says Anita Phillips. Yeah, Rogue One was an alright movie. Oh yeah, that stone was a steal for $17, but nobody else bid on it, so it's alright. If anybody deserves a steal, it's Jana Clark. She is a week in and a week out one of the best customers I have, man. Like, Jana's a huge supporter with all the stones she buys. Still want this one, Stacy? Or you decide you don't like it anymore because it is a totally what you see is what you get stone. I can shine my light directly through it. I can almost see through the dang thing. $10 says Stacy Anderson. Put a 30-second clock on it right now. Don't catch any more bids for 30 seconds. You guys just want to let this stone go to Stacy Anderson for 10 bones. $11 says Michael DeFabio. Yes, yes, plush and Oregon Sunstones. 12 says Stacy Anderson. It wasn't originally on the list, but when I found out that going to Oregon was in the plan, I pretty much started going all crazy about making sure that Jason Maldonado, stop it. God damn. $12 is the bid from Stacy Anderson. Swear, dude. You're on a mission today, aren't you? If I don't catch another bid for 25 more seconds, I'm going to let this stone go to Stacy Anderson. Actually, the freaking lag, I got to remember that. I got to at least give people 40 seconds. But it's fine. I didn't even expect to be selling this one. Tell you the truth, this is one of those ones where there's not a lot of left in it. Besides, when there's not a lot of extra meat on the bone, I'm sort of hesitant about them. Know what I'm saying? Good specimen, though. It's already all lit up. We'll let that one go to Stacy Anderson for 12 bucks. And we will say, Jason Maldonado, I swear, man, you got to stop. Stop commenting in the middle of the bids. You know what's going on. Have some respect for the game, son. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the shares. We appreciate the attention. But the auctions are #1 at this one. So on that one, in order to protect the auctions, I will absolutely blackball you if I have to. $12, Stacy Anderson. You can ask him. I've done it to other people. Dang it. Let's see what we got here. I got you guys backed up way too far. That's another great specimen piece. Super cool little specimen piece. Uber honker, needs to be carved a little bit. This is another one that's not really sure. Oh, yeah, I guess I am. Ben Dover said, far left, says Stacy Anderson. That one? Ben Dover says, attention. Yeah, like in order to watch something on a computer or on a TV, you have to be paying attention to it. You have to be giving it your attention. Your attention is actually the highest commodity in the world right now, is your attention, believe it or not. That's exactly what's going on with Facebook and advertisement. Look, everybody thought that the drug companies ran the world, and then Facebook came along and they found out, holy crap, look at all the money in advertisement. So yeah, that's what the attention was meant. This is the one Stacy was talking about. Sometimes they look like they're flashing color and it's just really dirt. This one is so thin, and the only thing flashing back at me is the bronze and brown fire agate. I'm going to look at this one. I'm going to put this one on the side because I can see. Jason Maldonado says the lag is horrible on my end. It's good enough reasoning. It's valid. Now that color that you see over here, that runs this whole stone. See that right there? That's that same color. That right there, that's that same color. Remember I was telling you like the white or just this thin layer of this yellow or this brown can completely cover it up? That line runs right under there, and look, it's being covered up by that. This is a fantastic stone. Not going to be much work. Going to come out with multiple colors. Greens, yellows, oranges, and reds is what I see right now. The whole stone should come out with color. Trust me on this guy, Zuckerberg's not the problem. He's just some kid with a whole crap load of money. Like what he created is part of the problem, but he was never and has never been doing anything more than the NSA and Echelon has been doing for years before he ever came around. So 17.2 carats, and this thing should be all of 16.5 carats when it's done being carved. It really should. It should only lose like a carat or two. And it has that absolutely great gem grade color going from side to side. I can't pull that out. I don't care about Zuckerberg anyway. Left or right. Dude doesn't matter to me in anything, shape, or form, except for I use that stupid app he created nonstop like everybody else. Should I put this one back and cab it myself? What do my big ballin' purchasers think? Ten says Will Jansen. This is going to be an amazing pendant. I'm telling you right now, that color goes all the way under. It travels. This is the top. Michael DeFabio likes for 12. 15 says John C. If you get this thing for 50 when you're done carving it, you're going to be super happy. You're going to be uber happy. This is going to make a giant stone. I guarantee you that color travels this section right there, right where you see that. Boom. Will Jansen likes it for $17. He's on Cricket, but I can only yell at somebody so many times. I just got to do stuff after about that. And I really like Jason because he is here all the time. You don't get much better support than a guy like that. But rules is rules, man. My rules is my rules, at least, because I try to be fair as I can be. Anyways, $20 is the bid right now with John C. This stone is uber A grade. Top quality coming out with that color all on top. This is of those stones that you just shouldn't sell them. You should just finish them out yourself. Doesn't take much work to finish it. Doesn't have a whole bunch of thick, white, hard chalcedony to go through to get to it. $21 says Will Jansen. Plenty of stones that are the giant honkers don't end up coming out with color that'll be this bright and this size. What you'll get out of this. That same color over on this edge is right on here. Boom, boom. The dark agate runs it through. $25 is the top bid with John C right now. This is a smoker, folks. You're missing out. I'm going to start a 30-second clock. Don't want to let it go. Go. Going to miss out on it. Yar. Top bid right now is John C with $25. Will Jansen sneaks it in at the wire, $26. Yellows and greens and reds, oh my, showing on top. This is not the top of the stone. That color is underneath that layer right there. You can really see that gem red right there. Right underneath that yellow and white layer. That's where that gem is. Bingo, bango, bongo. Top bid is $28 with John C in the lead right now. $28 is the top bid with John C in the lead. I tell you guys what, if I ever get to 1 million subscribers and the type of numbers that I see some other YouTubers rolling by and all those people just throwing the money inside the chat, all I'll be doing is just giving this stuff away. I won't even be auctioning it off. I'll just be giving it away. And then it'll be really good to have been here for a long time. So I'll remember your name. $28 is the top bid right now. Put that clock on it. Should have put that clock on it 10 seconds ago, huh? That's what I should have done. Keep this auction style rolling a bit. Hopefully I'll get my Fire Agate auction site up and running properly with some help from some good people, and I will end up having all of that running appropriately, and I won't have to do all of this by word of mouth or hand. I'll only do it sometimes, once or twice a month maybe, possibly. That clock is on it. If I don't catch another bid for 20 seconds, this stone is gone at $28. It's an absolute highway robbery right there. It really, really is going to be monstrously amazing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 5 seconds left. John C., you're going to be a winner. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Congratulations. I have some other pieces that are very similar to this piece you guys will see me carving over the next couple of days. Need to get my patrons' carvings, Fire Agate carvings done, and the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I gotta send him his winning Fire Agate that I haven't finished carving yet. Those are the honkers he was asking about. What happened to that pen? There it is. John C. $28. Thanks, Mr. DeFabio. See you soon. Stacy Anderson says, what about that big honker? Which big honker are you talking about? I actually have 3 different kinds of big honkers here. I have the one that's got some crazy, weird shapes and coloring going on with it, but actually needs to be dug into by hand to see anything coming out, which I don't even... Yeah, this is a strange one. It's a strange cat. I'll put that on the side. These other 2 are absolute honkers. One of them... See the fire agate sort of crawling around inside of it. Michael DeFabio, you can send it to the same PayPal, but the new PayPal is MiningAmerica@gemdigs.com. For you guys that have been around for a little while, it's only going to be weird for a little while. You'll get used to the names not being so long and them just going to gemdigs.com really fast. And when I went to gemdigs.com, when I came up with the name and found out that it was empty, all I could thinking about was the Expedia sound. Or is it Expedia? Expedia.com or something like Hotwires, Hotwire.com. It keeps going through my head, gemdigs.com, like so like ringy. I was like, of all the names that weren't taken, that was one I was surprised. So there's the new one. Take a shot if you need it. Thank you for being here, John C. We appreciate your help and your business. Even when I feel like you guys are stealing from me, I still appreciate it. So this is one of the honkers, Stacy. This is one of the honkers, and it's got just that giant dark all through it. Color peeking out all over the place. So yeah, that's one of them. This is the other one. This is the one. The other one is a really good one. This is the one I think is going to be the better of the two, though. Yeah, you could see that right there. Oh. If I was going to put them up to start off at auction, I'm like the $40 range. Like the minimum start for me is like 40 bucks on these. That's where I'm comfortable to where I know you should get what you're supposed to get out of them. And I'm not burning you. But for me to go up into the $100 range, it already has to have something sticking out on it that's crazy. Anthony Smith likes it for 40. Instead of just telling you that it could be inside of there. Like if you saw the $100 pieces I sold to Kathy? Kathy. I believe it was Kathy. Those two pieces were so easily ready to go. They weren't as thick as this. At the same time, this one does have the blue and purple poking out right there. No question, it's got some of it in there. $45 says Grizzly 71. You know what I didn't do, though? I forgot to weigh it. Because that's the other thing. Here, let me show you this real quick. $50 says Anthony Smith. $55 says Grizzly 71. This is what you're seeing outside. With it being that big, who knows what's inside? 57 says Anthony Smith. The blues and the purples definitely get people drawn out. They're like, wait, yes, that's that one. That's that color. It is huge. I honestly like that, like the deepest part of this stone has that green poking through. Really cool. Like that's like the deepest section of the stone, goes into the stone the most. Showing blues and greens and purples and bronze and orange. And we are at $57 with Anthony Smith. We're gonna do that whole clock thing here real soon. Huge chunk, showing a little bit of blue and purple on the outside of it right there. $60 with Grizzly 71. Who knows what's inside? That's what's showing on top. 225 carats of stone of agate. Of Agate. 61 says Anthony Smith. $51 is the bid. $61 is the bid from Anthony Smith. Gonna do that 30-second clock soon. Should have started it a second ago. 62 says Grizzly 71. Yeah, if with the way this is flashing that green and that orange out the sides right there, if this other side has that blue in it that we're seeing on the top, this is going to be a name your price stone that comes out of it. Really is. With the way that thing just lights up like that Christmas tree reflection right there. It's great. $62 is the bid right now, and I missed my 30-second window again. I'm going to end this auction soon. 63 says Anthony Smith. It's a one-up competition back and forth. Who's going to get blocked out? We've had that happen before. I couldn't bid. 65 says Grizzly 71. 225 carats of amazingness. You know Bend Over left, or he'd at least be saying something about that blue and that purple. 18 people in the room. I'm surprised I have so many of you devoted to sticking around as long as you do to watch this stuff. It's awesome. Thank you very much for being here. $66 says Anthony Smith. Do that 30-second clock here in a second. Bend Over says, I'm here. I see that blue and that purple. I'll allow that one. I baited him into it. Grizzly71 says he's out. Give 20-second clock on it. Let it go down. Let Anthony Smith win this stone for $66. Seriously worth it. And Anthony Smith, when you bring these oranges and these greens and the blues out of this stone, you might just want to record yourself carving the stone, or just send me a picture of what you get out of it. Because, I mean, this should be pretty outrageously phenomenal, man. It really should. Congratulations, Anthony Smith. I'll put that other one up next, guys. That other honker. Jason Maldonado's talking about it's amazing to hear about the data collection going on with Facebook. And if you know anything about Echelon, it's not. Like, they've been tapping our phones, and they've had your voice on phone calls and your information for so long. I mean, I don't care about Facebook because they're not the ones that are going to lock me up and take me to jail for something stupid. Like, people in this country go to jail for stupid shit all the time. Stacy Anderson said he just realized he hit his limit for the stones. I don't think you won that one, though, Stacy. Just making sure. Okay, you did. Cool. All right, I got the other honker to go next. I want to see the final product off that last stone, too. But this other one has a similar sort of texture to it. It's a massive monster. It really is. Turn that flash back on. This is another monster. Not convinced it's poking the blue out like that other one was, but it might. Anthony Smith says he's got plans for his box with some GoPro footage to come out of it. This monster weighs in at 239 carats, just under 240 carats. And with how much this thing weighs in at, and with how much color is already poking through, I would say it might be possible to pull like a 60, 70 carat stone out of this one. Which normally I wouldn't say something like that, but the way that the color is dripping off of this thing. Stacy, that's all right, dude. So I couldn't get my wife to give me the nod on that one. Yeah, I understand, bro. Well, here's what you do, guys. Here's what you do, okay? while I'm planning for that trip, since I'm planning for that trip, I'm going to be putting some lots up that are really worth it. So keep your eye out for some of these lots because they're not going to be at auction. They're going to be in my Etsy store. They're going to be for sale in the Etsy store. So keep an eye out for some of these lots because you're going to want to pick some of them up. I'm strictly going to be putting them up to make sure that they can help fund the trip to get sunstones, to try and get some more sunstones to bring back here, to sell with you guys, to have faceted, and to go with some of my other ideas I have with selling to vacationers out here, because there's a huge vacationer market out here. Like, I could do so much with my channel if I was tapping into the money resources that are coming into Destin, Florida, and making money off of the vacationers that are out here. And that's my plans in the future, to be able to do what I want with the channel and adventures and videos by funding it off of the people that come out here. That's my plan in the future. So if you're one of those people that's like trying to figure out how to make money off of what I'm doing, hold on and wait to invest into what I have going on into a brick and mortar, because that's really going to be where the money's at. Which I might end up doing one of these. It's not crowdfunding. It's a business plan deal with crowdfunding. Depends on where you dig, Stacy, but the Spectrum mine digs are $200 a day. The ones that I do are $200 a day. And the reason the ones that I do are $200 a day is because that specific claim that it's on has had people hit pockets of pounds of red sunstones, like 2 and 3 and 4 pounds of red sunstones coming out of one pocket at a time. So that's why that dig itself costs $200. And I have dug on that claim for 4 times, and it's, in my mind, it's well worth the $200. I'd rather be on that claim paying $200 than on the $100 claim that's right there. That's a digging pit. That's a roam where you want to pit. The piles I buy are the $300 for 2 days, all you can eat. That's the piles I buy. So if anybody wants to start the bidding out on this monster here at like the top of the minute maybe, we're going to start it at $40, but it's really a steal. This is going to carve you a giant stone. This is another one of those, though. Maybe I should just take this back and carve it myself, because it really is a monster. The whole top of this stone is pretty much a stone. I mean, look at it. So yeah, if you want it, 225 carats is what it starts out at, 200 and something. Starting it at 40 bucks. $239 carats. Crazy awesome. If nobody wants it, that's fine too. If everybody's done buying for the night, that's okay. I'm not going to get mad at you. Anita Phillips, she's a soldier boy. I tell you what, she's here from beginning to end. I love you, Anita. You're so awesome. Good night, Stacy. Thank you for being here, my friend. Maybe we will see each other in Oregon. I do believe we will. If I don't hear anybody putting a $40 bill up, I'm going to put this one away and maybe think the night is over, which is okay. Nothing to be sad about. Just means nobody else is wanting anything at the moment, and I'm okay with that. 15 people in the room. This would not be a bad one to do what somebody talked to me about the other day, and I might just do that. I had my buddy who's actually on the stream right now tell me that I should just, you know what, I'm not going to give the idea away, I'm just going to do it. No Moonrock, says Jason Maldonado, and nobody came yelling at this one, so I am going to carve this one live. That's what I'm not live. I'm going to carve this one, and I'm going to show you guys how to carve fire agate on this stone right here. I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to save it, because it's going to carve a ginormous monster, as you can tell. Cool, cool. And on that note, being that people would let this one go, I'm going to figure that the buying is pretty much done for the night, which is awesome. It's cool. Can't complain, man. Can't complain at all. Love y'all for being here. Just in case you didn't have it, here's the new information. Feel free to let your questions fly if you have any, if there's nothing that was gone over yet. If you're one of those people that did purchase and you don't have this yet, go ahead and take a screenshot. If you're one of those people that's been purchasing but didn't see something you wanted and you want to add it to your box, now is a great time to go ahead and throw that question up. If there's something you want to find and I didn't have it out there, go ahead and voice it now, and I might be able to find it for you before I end the stream and do my shipping here real soon. Either way is okay with me. I am fine with whatever. And tomorrow, I will be back carving some fire agate, but it will not be that big honker I was just showing you. I got to mark that too. That will not be this big honker I'm showing you. The fire agate I will be back carving will be the fire agate that I need to send to my patrons and to my 5,000 subscriber giveaway winner. They have not received their gifts yet, and I have received their emails about them, and sometimes I'm late, but I'm always good with my debts. I promise you that. So you guys are going to get your stuff really soon. I plan on having that stuff done before I leave for this next trip, which is going to be a roughing it trip. I'm not going to have any car. I'm going to be depending on other people, but I'm also going to be vlogging a lot of that trip. So I'm going to be letting you guys know what's going on in my life and how the adventures are going. And I'm also thinking about doing some videos about my childhood and my teenage years, because they're all in Portland. They're all crazy insane. And the amazing stories I have are part of the reason that I tweaked the name of the channel just a little bit. Dan K says, what is your auction schedule for this week? That's a great question, Dan K. Until I leave for this next trip, the auction schedule is going to be Saturday and Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I love you all for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow, where I will be carving live fire agate. Ben Dover says, any more like the one Grizz and I bid on, the $60 one that went off, that have a blue peeking through the top? Not off the top of my head. I know that's what you really want, Ben, is that blue that was peeking out of the top. That thing was a monster. You should have been willing to pay $100, $200 for that one, to tell you guys. Dead honestly, that stone was so ridiculous with the way it was showing its colors out. You happily should have been willing to pay a couple $100 for that one. Not that you could afford it. Just, you should have been willing to if you could have afforded it. Trust me. Sometimes I think about the stuff I'm selling and I want to punch myself in the face. Anthony Smith says, email him, Ben. Nita Phillips says, good night. Love you for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.